Hi. So hi, someone. Someone is in here, and I. So this usually I have no clue beforehand what I will talk about, but I want to say. So I mentioned this audio as lust and or love. I think I said right. Because yeah, it's not always so extremely easy to discern. I think is it? What do you think? But as far as my experience goes, it also there are different kinds of love, obviously, that does not include lust. But when it comes to love relationships as such, then I guess that the lust can strengthen them, and it can also maybe not weaken it, but the lack of it maybe. But I don't think actually the love, obviously, I mean, this is so obvious to so many, but I wonder, and I don't know where I'm going. I have no plan on what to say. I'm just thinking out loud. That's what I do here. So the love stays, even if whether it's lust or not. That's the difference, I think. If there is, I mean, it doesn't have to stay in that same form. If you, for example, are in a love relationship, it may continue in a different way. But still, love don't go away, and lust may also stay for quite some time. But I think that's the difference. I think maybe, I mean, there is a lot of differences. But I want to say another thing before, maybe if you have any answers maybe to that question, or questions about it, or I can pull cards about it. Maybe I shall ask the cards about that. Actually, I just have to see what cards I can reach from here. I didn't actually plan to pull cards for today. I just feel that the romance angels would be awesome for this, but I don't see them anywhere. So, anyways, back to what I was thinking about. Or you can ask any questions. I'm on my way actually, but I thought while I drink my morning coffee, I can sit and chat with you for a while and like have a different time than other times, because some people may want to be here live and then they may be busy or sleeping or whatever time. So let's see now. Yeah, the thing that I wanted to talk about, anyways, briefly, that I mentioned before, and I was not clear about what it was actually, is this Yazidis. Is there? It's spelled Yezidis. That religion is one of many religious minorities in Iraq. But they aren't devil worshippers. But the fun thing, I mean, I am interested in people's ways of looking at things. But in a way, they worship it to, or him, or whatever. But that is a misconception, obviously. But still, to not be, hurt by him, if you call it him. Let's see now what it says here. They follow Yazidism, a religion combining elements from, among others, Christianity and Islam. At the center is the teaching about a fallen angel who is forgiven by God and set to govern the earth in God's place. And they are very followed by, or all minorities maybe, but still, they aren't really. Many have fled and so on. I guess there are some, many here in Sweden as well. I don't know, but it's just I don't know. It's so interesting since it's very different, and for someone like me who doesn't even believe in those kinds of things like devils and hells and so, because I find it, it seems very close to wanting to, fear is always a weapon to control, So if you push those, whatever it is, as for now in the world and so on, but whatever ideas it is that creates fear, that can easily be a tool, to to control people. So I think that's mainly, as in the tarot, the devil card there, it's an illusion, it's an idea or a mind concept that we hold ourselves captive by. But anyways, these believe in this sense, so they worship kind of this to please him, or if you don't call it him, but this fallen angel, which is like so interesting. It's not that they like in that sense, worship the devil. And also, I've seen those documentaries, very interesting about. I didn't know about. I thought I know. I didn't know about those Satanists and so on. It's very, very interesting, and yeah. I mean, it's easy to draw quick conclusions, and especially if you are. I'm not saying I'm quick, but I tend to like react and so on. So anyway, so I thought I had a clue. I've heard some ideas about it or some people's views on it, but I realized that I was very far off and didn't know much at all. And it's interesting that those are pretty much atheists, and many, and just claim the right for freedom in a way, and demonstrate that, and provoke with it also, So there are so many layers in everything, and I guess everyone. Yeah. So, anyways, back to the whole, but it's such an interesting concept. This, anyways, I find it. I'm really, really curious. I would like to talk to someone of those who follow that religion. Yeah, and there are also. I'm not sure I would want to. There is some. I'm a very curious person, and I mean, I guess it comes kind of with the territory. If you say that some people will not be very interested in share their real thoughts or how they see the world and so on. But I've met a few people around that are lean towards more of a Nazi kind of view, and it's not that I mean, there are so many things I don't understand, or where people come from as well and so on. And I guess previously I was quick to judge, or I had very I was also very you can say ruled by ideas that were like put into me. I mean, the whole, you're fed with a lot of ideas about things, and you kind of buy into them without question. I used to question a lot of things, so I thought I really knew where I stood in many when it came to many things. I was really almost, I was quite harsh in my ideas of what was, I guess, the right way to think, although I thought I was super tolerant. Anyway, so it's interesting to have that changed a bit. And also so I've met a few of those. I mean, just random, not been hanging out like, but it's different. It's difficult also when people are, hi, there is someone number two. I'm just rambling here, so you can jump in and say what you want. Or, oh, I forgot I have the window open. Actually, I hear that now. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, so where was it now? Yeah, I don't remember. No, someone left. It's fun when they do like that. They check in and then they go. I think people think they are seen, that I see what kind of channel it is, but I don't. Anyway, so when they are filled with hate, but that can come from any direction actually, and it does oftentimes, which is interesting. I mean, from all kinds of opposing, if you say whatever the subject is, from opposing sides, there is kind of the same bubbling aggression, sort of. And I guess people want to protect. That's why it's there. I mean, something in some way they feel threatened, or something feels so off, so that they need to correct it, and that makes them mad. But I like to understand people. People are very interesting to me, and sometimes it's impossible, I guess. I mean, my ability to understand, it's not that they are impossible to understand, just that my ability to do so may be limited. So, but maybe not. Maybe I could. I don't know. But I wish to. No, not maybe the worst and darkest places. I don't think I would even aspire to understand that, really. Not not right now, anyways. Maybe someday. Yeah. Oh, more coffee on this. I had these romance angels here before. I wonder where they have gone. I mean, the deck. I usually don't maybe have them around as such a lot. Yeah, but it's also this whole thing about communication, although this is more of a monologue in one way. But if you chat with me, then it becomes a little bit, although I don't hear your voices, more like a communication. But I see that when I now communicate more with others that have quite opposing ways of seeing things, or I thought so, that they had that. And when I now talk about with these people who I saw that way, and realize that first of all, it's not all that different, and also I've changed my ways of viewing some things, but also I think it's so very important. I've heard this before from others, obviously, but I didn't really get it until I changed my mind quite a lot. And how when we really communicate and try at least to understand, then it's not. I mean, it's possible to actually understand each other, and at least, I mean, the problem is also when something is very. I mean, there are facts, obviously, in things. And if, I mean, there, oh, wow, now I go all around. I don't know where. I don't talk about the topic I said I was going to, but, or I had as a whatever title. But if you, I mean, there are different dimensions and ways of viewing. So I don't think logic is always, I mean, like that, in that sense, it have to follow that all, that the words have to do with the left side of the brain, and the concepts, and the concepts are always the finger, not the moon. They are always a symbol. They are not true in that sense, but still, I mean, we need logic, and everything would be out of whack and very psychotic without it. But so to some, I think like this now anyway, to some degree we need that, obviously, to be able to communicate. But that's not the only way to understand things, though. We have all kinds of ways to perceive things that are real, but not in the way that you can follow a thread like that. You know, logic is like, it's one way of perceiving, it's one dimension of our consciousness, but we have so much more, as I see it, as I experience it. And so to stay there is very, very limited. I mean, to think that that's all there is, and or everything have to fit in that sort of symbolic box of words. if it does not, if it doesn't, I mean, if it always contradicts each other. I mean, also that's the thing, you never get anywhere, because I mean, to some degree you do, but there is a roof, there is a limit to it, because in that black and white kind of world, because it becomes like that when you divide things, so it's a division between what's the finger and the moon, what's real and what is pointing at what is real. So in that division, there will always be the dualistic view, and it have to be, the black and white way of seeing things. So it have to be conflict. It have to be, there is no way to see the wholeness actually from that perspective. You have to change. You can use it. And I mean, the only one that I've discovered or I got kind of spoon fed with, though I've been spoon fed with a lot, so I guess I haven't questioned everything. But Spinoza and the ethics, he used logic to actually reach that, if you call it higher consciousness or the oneness consciousness. So many people say that they would be interested, or maybe not, but they don't even check it out. And some, I don't know. Anyways, so he follows a thread of logic towards that conclusion in his book, The Ethics, which I love. I mean, it's like, I've said this to many people, it's like sitting on the top of a highest mountain and breathing this awesome fresh air. Everything is clear. It's like clarity. So I wish I would read it more. It's not that I agree with maybe all his theorems or whatever they're called exactly, but it doesn't matter. The whole the conclusion of it, or the usefulness of it. Sometimes it doesn't matter. I mean, it matters what's true, but many of us live in stories still. That's what we do. So, and they aren't true they are subjectively true, but anyways. So for some years I read that as a Bible. I love it. I would probably need to go back to that sometime. Also, it's quite the opposite of my more free flowing brain, or mindset, or just could say. So it's really good to hold on to that kind. Yeah. And I think that is also one thing about the words and logic and everything. I think it come from fear, or rather not from fear maybe, but from a need to control. And control, that need may come from some sort of fear. Still, why would you have that need if you didn't think you could lose it, sort of? But anyways, back to the whole lust and all now. Lust and love. Have you any answer to me? I'm not talking about love in all their aspects now then. But I think also that when it comes to emotions, I guess that can differ then. I mean, you can be connected emotionally or not. And if you are, then probably it will lean towards love more, right? It doesn't have to be, though. I mean, you can feel warm and friendly emotions and care for someone really much and still have be intimate in physical ways as well, I guess. And 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 not be like, it's a kind of love, but I mean, in love, I don't know. I'm just curious how other people see it, as well as curious on how do I really see this myself. I think in that way, I also had a lot of ideas. I absolutely did have, and they are also changing quite slowly, I think. But I had very many ideas, and I wanted, I guess, to believe them as well. And I maybe I still do. That's the thing, about stories. We should use stories even if we don't believe them. We should use them for our benefit and for our enjoyment and fun and pleasure. I mean, what else? It's sad thing to create stories that we feel miserable having. If we know we still continuously do create stories, why not create lovely, awesome ones? But because our minds are like that, we cannot not do it, Yeah. Anyways, anyways, yeah. So to me, love, I guess, is almost like songs. I love music, and now I love all kinds of music also. And I mean, more so than ever, it's a variety of, I mean, kinds of music that I enjoy is so wide now. It was quite narrow, not narrow before, but it was not. I was really not used to certain kind of music, and also I didn't really understand those who listened to it and what it um, gave really. And it's very interesting that too, that I could just not get it, and then suddenly I get it, and really kind of embrace it and love it. So yeah, use the word love in all kinds of ways, but maybe, but yeah, you can love music, right? But I guess that's the thing when it comes to people as well. Can you love many people at the same time? And it would be quite, uh, I mean, it wouldn't be the easiest thing to have many relationships though, but the whole thing is it's always different. So I mean, every individual is different, and you can love that music, let's say, as much as another which is not similar. Do you know what I'm saying here? I don't know. um I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, there are some people are moving in, my neighbors here, right? Checking, checking. mm. So I don't know. I need to pull some cards, but the closest deck that I have, I would want um, that whole Romance Angels, but they don't show right now. So um, I will have to do another one with them then, because it would be awesome to ask them, I guess, talking about angels and everything, and maybe they are here, and then maybe they can help in this subject. I don't know. But that is also the thing. That's why I love the variety of decks, and also variety of who created the decks, because obviously you feed your brain with those stories or that way worldview or concepts and so on. Those concepts. So although the universal, I mean the uh, major arcana and everything, it's reflecting many people's experience of life itself. So many, some call it archetypes and all that shit. I don't like that word much, but anyways, maybe it's a good word. Oh, I can't see it. So we will have to go with the steampunk then, which is not ultimate. I will take the first. I also have the Aleister Crowley Tarot here. That's also awesome. These are so heavy decks, sort of. I kind of wanted something lighter. Hi, there is someone here. I don't see who you are, so you don't have to run away. I just see there is a number 2. There are 2 people here, aside from me. So anyways, I will pull some cards. Maybe I should ask, Teal. She have the deepest decks ever. I will stretch and see if I can reach it from here. I hardly can. This is the. Oh, now I actually see the Romance Angels. I will have to pick them. Sorry for the sounds I make now. They are on the other side of the table, so beneath the sunbeam. Wait, oh, wow. So, okay. Hi there again. Oh, exhausting. Exhausting move. Right, let's see now. So I will try to since I was into the Romance Angels in my mind before, I will pull some cards from them. I should probably read what she says in the beginning of the. She actually, Doreen doesn't really agree with her own decks nowadays. She met some man, but maybe she also studied. She's very interested in studying, and also she had some experiences. I don't know, but she, according to the Bible and whatnot, you should not like call on the angels and what she says. Rather, talk directly with. I don't know. I don't really care. Anyways, she doesn't agree with what she wrote here before. Okay, it was really exhausting. So let's see now. A lust or love. We'll talk. I will pull a card for that, and let's see what's the difference if I just get one card or something here from the Romance Angels. She was more like New Agey before, Doreen, and then she got strictly, I don't know, what she, whatever. And I guess she doesn't own the right to her own decks and so on because they sell them still and so on. Okay. The difference. Oh, passion. We got passion reversed. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And this is very obvious. I will maybe change the thumbnail. Oh, no, I will put this up in my next video instead, or audio, because this kind of shows. This looks like, well, maybe this is a strange reflection, but the whole image reminds me of Nick Cave's song, you call her the. I must find the song. And also, I had this other song in my mind before. I will have to link that one also. Yeah. Oh, I'm just saying. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, I changed the channel. Sorry. Just never mind. Never mind me. I will. I will first take this one. And you can't. What is her? I'm sorry for just. Yeah, is this with Kylie Minogue as well? Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm sorry. Take away the sound here. How does that work, even if I do? But anyways, I will just put the link to this. Okay. I hope this is the right one then. And also, what was that now? Listen to before. Really strange things here. Sorry, I'm very boring to listen to now, but I will read about the cards and I will just I will just be quiet for a while now. This one also. Hope it doesn't make all kinds of sounds immediately. Well, sorry. And also this Haunted by Beyonce is something I've had in my mind for. Yeah, I'm not with that. I'm like that with songs. They come back and back, and I mean, sometimes I can listen to the same song for like a day in a row. just want it on repeat, and then I have to stop because I feel like if my neighbors hear it, that would be like torture to them. So I have to kind of stop. Let's see now. So this passion card came reversed. So I would assume, you know that song now. You see this with, or you. I don't know if that is the meaning of this card, but I think so somehow. That song by with Nick Cave and Kylie Minogue. Here it seems like he. I mean, actually not in the card. She seems alive and enjoying it in this card, but still this remind me of that the image in the song somehow. But this angel, I mean, also I think it shows about intents, that even if you have good intents, you need to keep the other one's perception in your heart as well. So I think that's the difference, maybe, actually. And as I said, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. I mean, it's cut off otherwise, and maybe the other person is not really relevant, and you as if they're in that, as in that song, they are like, they could as well be like almost dead because they don't matter. You use them as an object for your own whatever. Yeah, if it's only lust, that, but they can obviously go together, which probably is awesome. Let's see, it says, and as I said, this was reversed, so it probably showed what it is when there is passion and lack of love, because it can be, actually. It's some, yeah, the lust is probably that, yeah. Your prayers for great love have been heard and answered not because it was reversed. No, I'm just kidding. And it all begins with you. You have the power to revive passion in your life. In fact, no one can bring it to you but you. Wow, this is true. This card guides you to seek that which bring you great joy, such as a hobby, cause, or special activity. Anything that stirs your heart with joy will help passion bubble forth and positively flow into your romantic life. The Romance angels say that having a passion for life itself is a requisite foundation for feeling passion in your love life. This means enjoying this moment completely, and when you do so with a partner, you inspire him or her to romantically participate with you. If you're presently single, you can definitely enjoy passion in your activities and hobbies, and who knows, such pursuits may provide an opportunity to meet a wonderful partner who shares these passions. Yeah, I think as with all the chakras and energy flow and all that, also to have my meridians are like open, and I think yeah, to have an open heart, obviously it's easier than to fall in love, I guess. And then I try to turn the book upside down and try to read it that way. I'm sorry for laughing at that. Yeah. Yeah, passion for life. I guess that is also too limited if you have that, even for a person that, as I said about the whole lust, and that's not the same as passion, obviously. But, and yeah, in a way, this isn't it. You can, no, it depends on what you mean. But, anyways, hi, number 3. Someone, the third person is in here. If anyone have any questions to the Romance angels or such, please feel free to ask me, or any of the other decks. I have frequency cards here. I have a lot of decks with teal. I have, what is this? This is one I have never almost used, actually, the Marseille, because I wanted to. I have been teaching in tarot a bit, and I wanted these earliest decks. It feels like good to have them since I talk about them when I teach. And then Thoth or Tehuti tarot, and yeah, steampunk and so whatnot. But this, anyways, yeah, I think this is the, and I also think that song, I will listen to it again, but I think it's about that. You can also love something else to death. I mean, if you only see that in someone else, if you get obsessed with, and I think that is also being cut off from life itself. If you think everything is like targeted into a certain single expression of life or love itself. And that's the only place where it can be found, then it becomes very painful also and narrow, because life is larger, love is larger than that. So yeah, obviously these are kind of obvious answers, isn't it? Someone has got bored. Now we're just me and one more. So yeah, lust or love, what's what? But also to dive into, I mean, the ability, actually, I guess it's an ability to dive into lust and to give yourself fully is a you kind of need that to be able to love fully, I think, to trust in that manner as well, as it shows in this image that I will put up on my next audio. But also you can Google it if you want, the Romance Angels, Oracle Cards, and Passion. Or Oracle Cards Passion, I think, is enough, and then this image will come up. So if you have any questions, someone who came in, feel free to ask them to the cards, Oracle Cards or Tarot cards that I have. Yeah, it's very beautiful, this one. And it's almost in this image, the man here have, as I said, angel wings, and the woman is kind of, he's holding her in his arms, close by. It's almost like, like trusting someone, like an angel, like they will protect and care for you, and for your well-being, for your best, and love you. And to have that full or almost full trust, I guess that's what happens in love. Both, I mean, it goes both ways. You have to be able to trust a bit to love fully, maybe, and also if you do, you probably trust suddenly out of the blue. Now let's see. I'm just speculating. I'm not. I don't know. I'm not an expert in these fields. Let's see what happens on another page right now. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Yeah. I guess that's what. There was no. I will have to check that song though afterwards. Okay, a bit. Yeah. You can almost devour someone if you get too also snuff their flame. I mean, you can get too. I am pretty an intense personality. You can get like you crowd them, and aside from not aside from, try to find the English words, but if you make them your whole world, in a way you can feel like that, but also have some logic into it. So I don't see who is in here, but I see that there is someone else that came in. I mean, I see the numbers changing. So if you have any questions to the Oracle cards or Tarot cards, feel free to ask, or just stay here if you wish. I don't know what I will talk about. If you have any other question, I try to figure out this, or if you have any answers, would be awesome as well. So yeah. So this passion card, yeah. And I guess love need to, I mean, isn't love, some people say that love is what you do, but obviously it's connected to emotions. I mean, that's how you feel love still. Donna Summer, I feel love. No, isn't that all the songs? Yeah. I don't think I get further with this. I could ramble around on this forever. But as it come, this card came reversed. So that meant that the passion was blocked. And I think probably that is what it is. If there is not love, I mean, I could be absolutely wrong in this. If it's not love and only lust, I think you hold back. I think that is kind of some fear as well. You don't fully give your heart and soul, let's say, or not give it, but I mean, let it fully express itself, and that's blocked passions, blocked emotions also. So you don't let the life flow through you fully. Yeah. So maybe that's the difference. Okay, now I've talked about that enough. I think I don't understand more about it than that. And if someone wants to add later on, if someone listens, then feel free to do so. So maybe I should pull some. I kind of like these cards today, though, the Romance Angels. Shall I just pull a random card here for a soul related to love? What we need to understand or see or learn or whatever. I will, since no one asked, I put it for whomever come across this, so it will be some message in it for everyone, hopefully. I just have to shuffle them a bit. Maybe I will if there is a card. Or maybe for someone who's in here right now. This is too much, I think, to just randomly pull a card for everyone. It's hard to make it match. I will pull this for someone in here now. And you know it's you if it matches you well. So let's see. I don't know who you are, though. So let's see. Maybe I have to pick another deck. It doesn't want to respond to me today. Okay. Well, we will take some other deck then. Zombie? No. Here we also have Aleister Crowley, Thoth Tarot. I take that one. I think that's the one for today. And also I lean towards this Frequency Tarot. It always have a lot of deep things to say. The teal ones, mess with your head. Almost. I only use these upright, so see if it comes across. Yeah. Wow, this is the Tower moment. So let's see. What does it say to you? The Tower could be sometimes it could be a divorce, actually. I'm sorry to say, but if it is, you know it already. And then I see this card that is actually called Lust in this deck, the Thoth Tarot. Usually it's not called Lust, but in this deck it is. So we maybe should read about this too. And the thing is, maybe this is, if it's a divorce or separation going on, maybe that is related to lust. That's why, or something. I don't know. Or lack of it. It could be. I'll read about the Tower card then that came up for anyone here. Mars, far-reaching inner transformation, healing. The old is destroyed to make room for the new. Spiritual renewal, self-knowledge. This is this deck, I had this was, I guess, one of the few first decks, maybe the second deck I owned, or maybe I had some few Osho decks that I left behind long ago in between. First I have the Rider-Waite, and then a few others I guess maybe, but this probably was the second deck I ever owned when I was around 20, I don't know, mid-20s. And yeah, this scared me so much. It was so accurate. I couldn't continue. I got rid of it quite quickly. And then just some years ago, I bought it again. Anyways, let's see. Just need to check it a bit. This is such a fantastic. All these images are awesome. Yeah, people. The tower crashing down, obviously, and in this deck there are many more that are. I mean, usually there are two people that are jumping off that tower because it's falling apart and there are flames and everything. But here it's four people at least. And so, yeah, the illusions are coming down. Let's see. It's a really good card though, because we are finding more truth and seeing through the illusions. So, the power of the consuming, purifying fire destroys the old and sweeps it away. Nothing is spared. The tower of the ego will be shaken to its very foundations. Anything you attempt to cling to will be destroyed by this transforming power. The apparent securities of the past have begun to waver and topple. All that remains is trust, the knowledge that all events in life arise from the endless love of the universe and bring us the possibility for learning and recognition. This understanding of the true nature of events transforms even apparent losses or painful disappointments into the valuable gifts they really are. Times of desperation and inner tension, when recognized, can become the most fruitful, growing phases of our lives. The tower is also one of the highest cards for healing. Just as the extraction of a rotten tooth provides relief for the entire body, the destruction of stagnant situations and relations which hinder growth begins the healing process for your entire organism. Having a the tooth extracted can be painful, but when the tooth is poisoning your system, there is no other choice. The strokes of fate, may seem equally tragic and unfathomable, but they come to us only because we need them and have created them for ourselves, either consciously or unconsciously. Oh, I love this. I love this deck. I feel we should use it more. If you can recognize and accept these laws of the universe, you possess all you need for true liberation and true transformation to occur. The Eye of Horus illustrates awakened consciousness that in that image is an eye, yeah, watching over that, which sees reality as it truly is. The dove with the olive branch, also in the image, symbolizes the compassion towards oneself and others, which arises out of self-knowledge. It also symbolizes that which remain pure and whole throughout, the essence of being from which all is created anew, which is symbolized by the snake in this image. You are in the midst of, or are about to enter into, an extremely intense transformative process. Whatever is destroyed or shaken within you serves to purify you and make room for something new. Allow it, is the suggestion. Question: are you ready to view yourself and life with new eyes? And the suggestion is to observe yourself in daily life. Situations may seem to repeat themselves, but you will not continue to repeat old, limited, restrictive behavior patterns. Awesome. I wish this was me. And this is an affirmation also suggested. Everything that happens in life, no, everything that happens in my life is for the best. Remind yourself of that. Because it doesn't, usually this is not something you wished for. Oh, gotta see what this was. This is usually nothing. Oh, my mama. I will have to just reply to something here. So, yeah. I guess maybe someone, and maybe there are those people that checked in before also talking about some separation issues and so on. Maybe they will listen to this, but maybe they aren't here right now. I don't know. But yeah, I guess there is some separation going on. And also, I will read about the last card, although I didn't pull that. But since I called this this audio this, and also that I happened to check it in the. Oh, sorry for all these sounds. Yeah. Anyways, so since it's called lust, maybe that will give us some indication also. But I feel like I've done this. I've always done this, although I'm very spontaneous or maybe impulsive, you could say more rather. And also very, I guess, emotional in many ways. Anyways, I'm a force to be reckoned with. No, but I'm intense, and I love to be that also, and I also don't like to be restricted. So I go all in. Yeah. So if there are any frames on what you should do and should not do, I probably won't keep those. And that's just my nature. I think it have always been like that. It's like, even if it's destructive, kind of, I've been like that. I kind of need to push through those limits. That's a sense I've always had. I guess also if you believe in those indigo ideas and whatnot, I think that's one of my missions here. That's what I'm here to do, to shake those previous patterns, even in myself, then mostly in myself. But also there is another thing in that I realized in relationships, because if you don't allow that space or allow anyone else to breathe, or if you kind of you if you if it's not if it doesn't become like mutual, you don't allow it even to become mutual. I think I've done that maybe as a protection so that I won't be disappointed. It's like if you don't do your best in a test and you feel like, oh, then you can kind of take it better than if you try hard and then you don't succeed in it. Then it's like worse than if you didn't. As I was like in school, I was quite okay in it usually anyways, although I didn't like ever try. But yeah, it's maybe that fear, and also all kinds of fears obviously can be related to that, even your own feelings and whatnot, or what it will awaken to have someone close. And so I think I've used that strategy in a very, very backwards manner, like chasing or being too much as a way to push others away so I won't have to fear them, sort of. And it's really, it's fun to see. Maybe that's a good thing to change, though. Not that you can't be yourself. I think it's a good thing to be and all that. But yeah, I see that there are the reasons is also interesting. It's why do I act like this? Why do I do like this? And sometimes there are many layers of defenses up, and you can I don't know. This doesn't work. No, never mind. But you can so. But you know that inside, if that's patterns you have, you know that that is not only what it seems. It's not like you're being maybe false, like maybe towards yourself, pushing for whatever reason, yeah. It's like double also, if you really want something and you act in a way that push it away. It's like it's you create really a lot of conflict yourself if you're like that, and I've been a master at it. And I kind of, and also the relaxation. I think if you talk about people like being introvert and extrovert and all that, but I think I'm all kinds of verted. But anyways, that if people say that, oh, you plan something and they cancel on you and so on, I always feel relief because I always have fun. I'm never bored, and I really like to be by myself as well. And I always did as a kid as well. Not that I dislike to be with others. I really, really like that. But I have a lot of fun by myself, and I always did. So it's so much that is interesting, and also, yeah. Anyways, so if anyone cancel, I always feel like, wow, awesome. It's never disappointing to me ever. But other people, I understand that other people can feel like that it is and so on, but to me it's always a relief. So although I may want something very much, and that's the same thing with, actually, when it comes to love and all that. If someone does not really want me, even if I feel a lot of love, I feel such relaxed space suddenly if they don't. It's very, very interesting. I don't know. What I mean here is this whole, as it mentioned, this was towards you, I think, rather, but the changing patterns and stopping behaving in ways that maybe contradicts what you really truly want. I mean, I could understand what would be a better way of acting and whatnot, but I still push things over the edge. It's like, yeah, cats do have to do that, you know. No. Okay, the last card, then I will have to go. I was going to meet someone here. Okay. Leo, passion, multidimensional creativity, talent, strength, integration of animalistic energies. This is a very beautiful card as well. Overcoming old fears and conditionings. The traditional name of this card is strength, yeah. And here it's lust then. Crowley renamed the card because its meaning includes much more than the word strength expresses. Lust means more than vital strength. It includes also the joy in and the enjoyment of that strength. It means also passion. That's very beautiful. A woman sits on the back of a lion. In her right hand, she holds the Holy Grail, which is inflamed with the fire of love and death, and raises it into the heights. The card is a representation of divine intoxication, divine ecstasy, divine madness. The woman appears intoxicated. The lion is also inflamed by lust. His 7 heads are those of an angel, a saint, a poet, and an adulteress, a daring man, a satyr, and a lion serpent. Wonderful. I need to really study these cards more. They symbolize different aspects and viewpoints which now unite and melt together as a single perceptive force in one orgastic experiencing. Beautiful. Also experiencing oneness related to passion and lust and all that. I think that's very beautiful. They are independent of morality and limiting rationalism. Yeah, you kind of go beyond those borders. The energy forms expressed here are those of an archetypal creative order. The animal within is not tamed and integrated through struggle and repression, but through affirmation and surrender. Yeah. The strength you gain, and that is symbolized also the ego, the lion, and that. Anyway, the strength you gain in this process helps you overcome old fears and restrictive conditioning, represented by the folded hands and the faces of the saints seen dimly in the background. Oh. The 10 faintly radiating circles scattered behind the woman and lion show the fading old moral ideas, which will now be replaced by the fresh ones pulsating at the top of the picture, symbolizing the new light which streams snake-like in all directions to destroy the world and create it anew. This process of recreation is again symbolized in the lion's tail, a serpent with a lion's head. The woman's head is turned completely toward the urn of fire. She is totally absorbed in the energy of transformation inherent in any total and conscious surrender. This is the secret of Tantra. Yeah, I was thinking about that now, before there, the Kama Sutra and all that. So, yeah. And the awareness which perceives the fullness of each moment and aspects of all life, rejecting nothing. Oh, I was so interested in Tantra when I was younger. I mean, the not the sexual side as such, but the whole life view. Anyways, I mean, not only that, but yeah. Lust reveals its valuable creative potential only when fully tasted, savored, and drunk in. Only then can it be understood and be implemented in your own process of becoming aware. The way to the light passes through all aspects of darkness. The way to the light passes through all aspects of darkness. Very beautiful. If you're ready to act, this is the the meaning of it, the shorter one. If you are ready to accept all which you find in yourself, you will be able to move through everything with deep sensitivity, awareness, love, and understanding. Oh, this was so beautiful. What areas of your life would you like to live out more fully? What has prevented you from doing so in the past? Are you ready to deal with this anew? And suggestion: take everything in with more awareness. We often experience emotions such as love, sadness, pain, rage, or fear as obstacles only because we have never learned to use them as potential energy, like in magic or so. Anyways, the affirmation: I enjoy living to the utmost. I think this is also the sort of the ascension or descension, not what to say. But anyways, the whole embracing more and more of ourselves and realize what we are really truly. That's like the whole idea of it, I think. But also another thing, this whole we have all kinds of, I guess many of us have walls and whatnot, but when it comes to me, I've talked about the eating a lot and so on, and that is something that really, or the fat and so on. Not that I dislike myself as I am in any way. I never actually did. But it have also been a way to push or keep some boundaries or have people at a distance, sort of. When I've been thinner, it have always felt like they have been very close. I mean, not close to me like in emotional sense, but it felt like, I felt crowded, like as they have been so. I mean, it becomes like a wall in itself. The whole body size, sort of. It's like they get closer to your core. I don't know. Anyways, I will stop now because I have to meet someone. But thanks for anyone listening. And I spoke not so relaxing, I think, but I hope you got something out of this, anyways. And I have to listen to that song now before I go, also. And if you have suggestions on what you want me to talk about, and I could concentrate and be more relaxing, I know. And if you hear, there is a quite loud sound from a beeping sound from the, is it called furnace or, whatever draws out the air. I don't know how much you hear it, but it's quite loud when I sit like this anyway. So I hope it doesn't bother anyone. Yeah. So, but anyways, if you didn't want to get this card, whatever the illusion is, it's good that it's breaking down. What we win from that is much, much more valuable than what we lose. So, okay, right. Talk to you someday soon, and enjoy for now. Bye.